Hey y'all, welcome back to Mima's house. I'm so glad you stopped by today because I have a wonderful kitchen secret to share with you. It's a hack, if you will. Now, if I told you that I was pulling out my favorite Bundt pan, my favorite pound cake pan, you would probably think that I was going to make a pound cake. But if you look over there, you'll actually see that I'm using that trusty old Bundt pan to make an absolute juicy, crispy, whole roast chicken that you've ever tasted. Now, we're going to slather this bird with a heavenly homemade garlic herb butter and stand it right up in the pan and let all those delicious juices drip right into some veggies. We're going to cut up some veggies and put it in the bottom, and it's going to be a wonderful, comforting Sunday dinner made all in one pan. And you know how I like that. It's an easy recipe. And I'm going to get my apron on, and we're going to get to cooking. Okay, so I'm going to run up to the herb garden to pick up some herbs to make my garlic butter herbs. So, got my tray, got my scissors. Let's go. Okay, y'all, so I have my herbs here. I have sage, I have rosemary, and I have oregano. I thought I had grown some thyme, but we'll use the oregano. Nonetheless, it's going to be delicious. I'm going to make an herb butter first thing so that I can put that all over my chicken. So let's get our herbs washed. I know they were clean because they were out there. Nothing's going on with them, but I like to wash them anyway. We're going to get them washed, and we're going to make our garlic herb butter. Here are all the ingredients that I'll be using to roast my chicken. Before I start cooking, I always like to lay out all of my ingredients because it makes the whole process so much easier, and I can be sure I haven't forgotten anything. But you know, I'm prone to forget it anyway. But today, I have everything ready for 2 parts of this recipe. The herb garlic butter that will flavor our chicken, and the vegetables that will roast underneath it. For the herb butter, I'm using fresh garlic along with oregano, sage, and rosemary. These herbs work so well together and give the chicken that classic homemade Sunday dinner flavor. So I'm going to go ahead and pull the leaves off my oregano, get my sage leaves pulled off and the rosemary leaves pulled off as well. And I'll chop all of these together. So let me go ahead and pick my leaves off of my different stems, and we'll get those chopped up. Now, while I'm chopping these up, let me talk about the veggies I'll be using today. I'm going to use carrots, onions, and sweet potatoes. And you know, those are not your normal roasted chicken vegetables. The normal roasted chicken vegetables, or the normal vegetables we roast our chickens with, are celery, onions, and white potatoes. like we do with our beef roast. But today, we're doing it just a little bit different. So let's finish getting these herbs chopped up. Okay, our herbs are prepared, and let's get our butter done. I'm going to use the rest of my herbs to season the chicken on the outside. So we're going to set these aside, but we're going to add to our 2 tablespoons of chopped herbs, we're going to add our stick of butter. That. We're going to add our garlic, 2 tablespoons of garlic, and then salt to taste. And since I'm using salted butter, I didn't put much salt. Now that this is all mixed, we're gonna go ahead and get our chicken cleaned. Okay, y'all, so now that I have my butter done, we're going to go ahead and prep our chicken. That includes washing it. And yes, some people don't wash their chicken. If you don't wash your chicken, don't wash your chicken. But I wash my chicken, so let's get it washed. Cleaning my chicken is a very simple process. I use cool water, some white vinegar, salt, and I let it soak for a little bit, not a whole lot of time, but just about 3 minutes or so, 3 to 5 minutes, depending on what I'm doing. And then I get all the gizzards and stuff out, or any little packets that may be in the body of the chicken, the cavity of the chicken. And then we pull off all that fat, the fat that might be, and I cut all that off and remove it. Once I've done all that, then I'm ready to get my chicken out of the water and get any kind of fuzz or fur or whatever it is, feathers off. And now we're ready to rinse her one more time and get my knives cleaned. I cleaned my sink, and we have our chicken ready to go. Now, I've placed my chicken in the pan that I'm going to put the Bundt pan inside of. And I'm going to pat it dry because a wet chicken doesn't get crispy. So I want to make sure that it's crispy. And I will put all the seasonings that I'm using on the screen so that you can see what else I'm putting on my chicken. But you can use whatever seasoning you like and what your family enjoys on your chicken because it's your chicken. Now, once I finish putting all my seasonings on, we'll begin to put our butter on. I'm going to generously coat the entire chicken with this herb garlic butter. Don't be shy. You want to cover every inch. I'm going to also go under the skin with this butter because the butter is going to help keep the chicken moist while also creating beautiful golden skin as it roasts. Now, I'm also making sure that some of that butter gets in all of the little crevices, to include the cavity, the legs, and the wings, because that flavor will develop as the chicken is cooking. And I'm going to add just a few more sprinklings of the chopped herbs because that'll make the chicken look pretty. Now comes the fun part. Instead of roasting this chicken in the traditional way, I'm placing it right over the center of my Bundt pan. But before I do that, I must prepare the pan. I'm going to take a little piece of aluminum foil and push it into the center hole of the Bundt pan. Now I'm going to go ahead and place my chicken. This is such a clever kitchen trick because it allows the heat to circulate around the entire chicken while the drippings fall into the pan below Okay, y'all, so I'm putting my chicken in a pan because just in case some of the juices run over or get out the middle, that middle hole of my pan, my Bundt pan, it'll have somewhere for it to go. Now, I'm going to put my chicken in the oven first. I'm going to chop up my veggies, and then about a half hour later, I'm going to put them in the pan, and then they can all cook together. So let's go to the oven. Now, while my chicken is cooking for the first 30 minutes, we're going to go ahead and chop up these veggies. I'm going to start with my sweet potatoes, and we'll make them good 1 to 1.5 inch cubes. Just Now that I have the onions, carrots, and sweet potatoes chopped into nice-sized pieces, I'm going to go ahead and drizzle them with a little bit of olive oil, some Slap Your Mama, and the rest of the herbs that we had chopped earlier. Now, these vegetables hold up beautifully during roasting and become sweet and caramelized as they cook. Now, I'm going to toss these so that they can all get coated with the herbs, the oil, and the seasoning. Our first 30 minutes are up, and just look at that chicken. It's already starting to brown beautifully, and you can really smell those herbs and garlic. Now I'm adding the chopped onions, carrots, and sweet potatoes into the baking pan and the Bundt pan. So as the chicken continues roasting, every bit of flavor drips down and coats these veggies. Now with the magic of video, the chicken is done. Look how beautiful it turned out. The skin is golden brown, the veggies are perfectly roasted, and everything is infused with those delicious herb flavors. This is exactly the kind of meal I love making because it feels elegant enough for company, but easy enough for a weeknight meal for my family. The whole house smells amazing. Now let's get ready to serve it. Okay, y'all, so the chicken is done. I have made a side salad with some fresh tomatoes and cucumbers out of the garden. Today is really a garden day. But you know, the chicken is better than that $5 chicken that we can get over there at Sam's Club. You know why? Because I made it. I made it with love. Now ain't nothing wrong with the chicken over there at Sam's Club. Because you know, sis will go over and get one of those chickens herself. But if you find a chicken and it's on sale, pull out your Bundt pan and get to cooking, and you'll have this beautiful meal in little to no time. So I'm going to plate it up, and I will show you the plate. And in the meanwhile, y'all be good to your family, cook something delicious, and be blessed. I'll see you in the next video. Bye. Here are the end results, and I did serve my tomatoes and cucumbers on the side. If you enjoyed today's video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you're new. And leave me a comment below. Have you ever cooked anything besides cake in a Bundt pan? I'd love to hear your favorite creative uses. Thank you so much for spending a little time here with me. Y'all be blessed. Bye.